So now let's consider an alternative design, a two-sample design. So in this case, we are interested in the same question as to whether having aspirin reduces your blood pressure. And we have individuals who, in this case, have taken aspirin and individuals who have not taken aspirin. And so these are in fact exactly the same data, but in this case we have 7 individuals who have not taken aspirin, and we have 7 individuals who have taken aspirin. And so these data are the same, but there's no relationship between these values. I've just drawn them in exactly the same order here. So again, in this case, we can define the null hypothesis. But in this case, we're not testing the individuals before and after. We're testing 2 different groups of individuals. And so in this case, we would state our null hypothesis as being the following, that the individuals in group A who have not taken aspirin have a mean blood pressure that is equal to the individuals in group B. And that is the hypothesis that there's no use in taking aspirin, there's nothing going on, there's no effect. And of course, then our alternative hypothesis in this case is that those mean blood pressures of those 2 groups are in fact different. And so in this case, we need to do the following computation. So again, we need to compute the mean of this group. So the mean of group A is going to be, in this case, 147. The mean of the group B individuals is going to be 131. And then what we also need to calculate in this case is the variance. And so the variance in this group of group A, if we do that calculation, is 395.9. And the variance of these individuals, of these samples, is 329.4. And that's all we need in this case. And so now we need to calculate the t-test statistic for our 2-sample design. And the way that we do that, the t-test statistic, unlike the paired sample design, is that we calculate t as being the difference between the 2 sample means, divided in this case by the standard error of the difference in the means. And so this is how we compute our t-test statistic. And this turns out to be a little bit of a more complicated calculation. And so in the following presentation, I'll show you how we calculate that.